teach UGC NET enough for a career, or do we really need a PhD? Some students, they feel very relieved that, okay, if I clear UGC NET, then my future is set. But what if I don't clear my UGC NET? Am I going to fail in my life? Is my career is going to be over? So in this video, I'm going to talk about this matter very clearly and honestly, without any kind of false motivation or false hope. So hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So let me tell you, this channel is all about English literature, the exams that we have in our English literature. And if you are someone who is very passionate about English literature, then make sure to subscribe to the channel, because you are going to find all juicy contents about English literature in this channel. So let's first understand what UGC NET actually is. Okay, so UGC NET is not a job exam like banking exam, UPSC, OPSC, SSC. In all those exams, they are considered as job exams. Okay, so if you crack those exams, if you qualify those exams, then you are directly going to get a job. But UGC NET is not like that. UGC NET is considered a eligibility or qualifying exam. Okay, so if you are someone who is clearing UGC NET, then you are being eligible or you are being qualified to apply for assistant professor, guest faculty jobs in different colleges or universities. You can apply for PhD. You can sit for PhD interviews based on your NET score. And if you are getting a PhD based on your NET score, then you are eligible for institutional fellowship or other fellowship as well. But if you are clearing JRF, then you are being eligible to apply for PhD interviews. And if you are clearing PhD based on your JRF score, then also you'll get the Junior Research Fellowship. Okay, it is going to provide you some kind of financial stability. But here is a reality that many students realize very late, that UGC NET does not give you a guaranteed job. If also you are clearing UGC NET, then you need vacancies in colleges and universities to apply for assistant professor or guest faculty job. You need to sit for the interviews and you need to build your academic profile. And in some colleges, it's not only enough that if you have UGC NET, then there are not high chances that you will get selected. In some colleges or universities, they look for experience, they look key how many publications you have. So all these things are going to matter in the long run. Okay, so if you have UGC NET, if you have qualified UGC NET, then it is going to act like a gate pass for you. It is going to allow you to enter into a competition. But still, it is not going to finish the race for you. You have to fight your own race. Now, let's talk about PhD. So, PhD is not just a degree. It is considered as a training period. So, if you join PhD, you are going to learn how to do research. You are going to learn how to read text critically. You are going to learn how to write academic papers. You are going to learn how to publish different papers in different journals. You are going to learn how you're going to present your paper in different seminars and conferences. So in colleges, they want teachers who can teach plus do the research work. And in universities, they want scholars who can publish different papers or present different papers in conferences and seminars consistently. So in the long run, PhD matters the most because it is going to build your academic credibility. So if you think that if you have UGC NET, then UGC NET alone is not going to be sufficient to build an academic career. However, there is an important truth for all of you, that a PhD without UGC NET also has some kind of limitation in India. Because in some teaching post, maybe permanent basis pe ho ya contractual basis pe ho, they have set UGC NET as the minimum eligibility criteria. So now the real question is not that what should you choose, PhD or UGC NET. The real question is how they actually work together. Because UGC NET is going to provide you the eligibility, PhD is going to build your academic profile or academic career. And if you are clearing JRF, then you are going to get some advantage while you are pursuing your PhD, some financial support. It is going to provide you during your PhD journey. So UGC NET alone is not enough. PhD alone is not enough. But if you are doing UGC NET, you are clearing your UGC NET, then you are doing your PhD, plus you are consistently trying to build your research profile. Then only you are going to have a stable life in this academic career. So many students, they clear UGC NET, but they don't build their research skill. They don't publish papers. So they face many difficulties. They don't have that subject clarity or subject depth. And some students, they have PhD, but still they are struggling because they haven't cleared their UGC NET or JRF, and they are not getting any kind of financial support. They are facing some kind of delays, and they are facing some kind of delays also in teaching post because they haven't cleared their UGC NET. So try to clear your UGC NET, then try to enter into PhD, then try to consistently do the independent research, try to publish in different papers in different seminars and conferences as well. Now, let's talk about some real guidance because that is what students actually needs, right? So if you have cleared your NET, then don't stop studying. Start taking your PhD life very seriously that one day you have to do PhD. So for that, start developing your reading habits. Start writing some small research papers. Try to attend different seminars and conferences so that you will know how this research journey is going to work for you or how this system works. So remember that NET is going to be your starting point, not your destination. And those students who have not cleared their NET, don't think that you are bad at your subject. Analyze where you went wrong and plan. If you're planning to reattempt, then plan everything strategically. Try to build your conceptual clarity and then give the exam. And if you are a master student and you are watching this video, then don't panic and don't try to clear everything at once because that is not going to work. First, try to build your subject clarity or subject depth. Then understand how UGC NET's timeline and PhD's timeline is going to work for you, how much time you have in your hand and how you are going to make it work. Because in both UGC NET and PhD, your strong fundamental background is going to be a solid fact for you. So now let me answer the real question. UGC NET or PhD, what actually matters? So the answer is both matters for some different reasons. So don't let one exam define your self-worth. Try to build your career step by step. And if this video has helped you in somehow, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next video. Till then, be safe and happy reading.